Okay, so let's get started for today's meeting. It's almost 5 minutes past. So again, welcome back to our APM session. So this is Arvind again with you. So I'll be walking you through the session for this entire course. And yep, so let's get started. So just a small recap, like say what happened yesterday and what we are going to do today. Okay, so let's get updated. So, like yesterday, we started with basics of APM automation, and we saw about what is app and how does an app is getting built, and what are the different segregations in an app. We have seen it up, and how to identify it. We have seen it as a theoretical part, and also different types of extensions that are available as part of the application, and what is SDK and why it is used, and what is the importance of it. And also, we have seen about the tools required for our automation. So we just had an overview on it. We didn't go in depth detail since this is the starting of the session and this is the second session. So we are yet to go in detail. So we'll be seeing the basics first and slowly we'll be trying to install a few simple things and then we'll be moving further with that. Okay, so maybe I think yesterday you all have been received the documentation, whatever we have seen it over here in the session. So in case of any doubts or clarification, please raise it up maybe before the session or during the end of the session or else I think like sometimes this chat doesn't work, so we'll make use of the WhatsApp group. Actually, any doubts you can post it over there. So I have a constant watch on it, even though I am taking the session. So let's have this running and rolling. Okay, so let's see what we can do for today. So today what we will be doing is like say first thing like see we'll be seeing
Hello.
about what. Yes, hello.
Yeah, I mean, actually, yesterday you shared one document that is not,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not able to download. Can you resend it? Because there
Yeah,
is showing. Hmm?
yeah, sure. So you're in this group, right? In the WhatsApp group, right? That I'm sharing. Uh,
Yes, yes.
yeah, okay. I'll reshare it. You mean this APM notes fib, right? This is the one you
Yes.
mean to say, right? Okay, I'll share it up. No issues. Just let me quickly do that. Okay, just shared in. So let's continue with this. And today we'll be seeing more focused into like simulator for simulator and also like we'll not touch base the installation part for now since we are in the basic part. So we'll not go for the complex one, but I'll show you how does it work and stuff. Okay, so that is one thing. And also meanwhile like apart from this topic, uh, just a minute. Okay, yeah. So we'll see about these concepts like say simulator was emulator, and also we'll see about what is node, what is node and npm. Okay, so this is the core part I would say, and what is the difference between apm apm 1.x.x versus 2.x.x. Okay, so this is also the crucial part, and also we will slowly migrate towards like say one more thing was there in my content. Just let me quickly check it up. Okay. Just a minute. Yeah, so we'll see the difference between APM 1.x and 2.x. And also, like, just to kickstart, like, we'll just try to install the node, actually install node. Okay, so it's pretty simple installation. So small installations, we'll be doing it here and there. Okay, and after seeing about this stuff, right? Just a minute. Sorry about it. Okay, so after doing the difference between APM one dot x dot x and two dot x dot x, so let's do about some other more topics, like the basic topics will be like, say, Apple account creation. Okay, so Apple account creations. Okay, so account creation in the sense, uh, Apple developer account, I mean to say. Okay, so this is crucial for iOS part actually, but I wouldn't say it's a mandatory, because as a tester, we know, like, say, we are just a testers, so we are more concerned on the testing part than this one. But there is a reason for this. It's for the general knowledge of this one. Okay, so let's see what we can do about it. Okay, just a second. Just give me a moment, guys. Sorry for it. There's a lot of disturbance today. Just a minute. Just a second, guys. Yep, yeah, sorry about it. So we'll see about the Apple account creation and the Apple developer account. What is it used for and what are the uses? And also slightly we'll touch base about the cloud environment. So why it is used and how we can use it up. So I'll try to provide a login, but I wouldn't suggest you to create the login right away, because it has a free trial period. So if you have a multiple email IDs, I think should be fine. But if you have like trying to use one single ID and then you don't want to waste it, I wouldn't use this one actually. So we'll see about this cloud environment, and also we'll see about something related to GitHub actually. So all these things we'll touch base it. Okay, so this is the initial setup basic things that we need to know before we jump into our APM part. And finally, after GitHub, we'll start with the core Java part. Okay, core Java. Okay, so there is a couple of things that we need to check it out. So we'll check those things. Okay, so this is how we have planned to proceed. So first the basic things, what is what, and then we'll move towards the core Java, and then we'll move towards the APM part of it. Okay, so maybe today let's start off with simulator versus emulator. So I think like yesterday someone was curious for this particular topic actually, but it's a very simple topic, I would say. I would tell. Okay, so let's jump into it. Okay, so I hope you can see my notepad, right? So there is no issues on that, right? Maybe correct me if I'm wrong. So that if some adjustment need to be done, I can do that one. If not, it's fine. Okay, so let me quickly check the chat as well. No, nothing much in the chat. Yeah. Okay, so let's see about simulator and emulator. The first thing you need to see the difference is like in the APM part, like simulators and emulators, like say, are used in different sectors. Okay, so at least in APM, I would tell. Okay, so there are different devices outside this APM session, like different products like Visor and all those things available. So where you can see it up. And here, if you see, like say, simulator is mostly used in the iOS part. Okay, so iOS part, so that means like say Apple devices, I would say Apple devices. Okay, so there is again a segregation Apple devices, and then we have like say emulators. So this is mostly inside your Android. Okay, so that means like say Android in the sense creation of devices itself. Okay, and simulator is nothing but it's an iOS one, and it's mostly related to Apple, and this requires like creation of software. Okay, so as the name suggests, right, simulator and emulator. So let's see the difference what it's doing. So first let's see about your emulator. So again, I'll share this updated notepad again today end of the session. Okay, but going further, like we'll use the GitHub to share it up once you guys are enrolled. So we'll share it up so that you get the lifetime access for it. Okay, so let's see first with the emulator, and then we have the definition. What is emulator? An emulator mimics. Uh, okay, so an emulator mimics uh, both the hardware and software of the real device. Okay, and then the platform what they use primarily is like say it's an Android platform. Okay, so that's used for your Android testing. And example would be like say, so I can tell an example as an Android emulator with Android Studio. Okay, so that's only the free version that I can see there where you can use it much more efficiently. Okay, and a lot of options are provided actually. And how about the performance of the device? Like say like someone brought this point actually. So performance of this particular emulator is like how it's performing, like it is slow, and how do we trust this one technically? So why it is slower, so that is 100% true. So slower when compared to the real device, but it replicates the entire device environment device environment. Okay, so that's the advantage of it. And what will be the use case, I would say? So when can I use this emulator for? Okay, so emulator is suitable for testing a specific device behavior. Okay, used for testing a specific device behavior. Okay, so what is the specific device behavior would be like say I can tell it as like say hardware performance, and then your network conditions and system level interactions. So when you say system level interaction, it consists of Bluetooth, location, and all those things actually. So that's also considered when you're trying to test your applications. Okay, so okay, so how many of you will test like say exploratory testing as part of your application? So whether it's web or mobile, it doesn't matter, but any of you do your exploratory part of your testing in your organization?
Yes,
Anyone do?
yes,
Yeah.
Arvind.
Okay, so what are the criterias that you consider actually when you do your exploratory part?
So for the exploratory testing, we do not have knowing the product, and we explore the feature, and we do the testing, random testing on it.
Exactly. That's the point. So we don't know about the feature, so we forget what is what. And technically, we open the app and then we do something, and we maybe switch the network, switch the Wi-Fi, switch between, try to share it somewhere or take a screenshot in the application. So we explore every part of it. So that's what basically it's what's rightly said, exploratory testing. So any application which goes before the production will always always have an exploratory testing, because you need to think from the user perspective. He can run through the application left and right, no matter whether it works or not. It's not up to him. He just run through the application and then he checks it whether it is working or not. So this way of approach only, like say they call it as a system level interaction, at least in the mobile application perspective. When you take it as a web application, so it's a different criteria. So you can do anything in the application and then use it. But when it's a device, it's specific to a device. That means I hold an iOS, I hold a Samsung, so I install my application inside that as an external tester, sorry, as an internal tester to the application. So I can do anything on that one. Okay. So it might result in some abnormalities which later a user will be facing it, that you have addressed it before. So that's the advantage of your exploratory testing. And in mobile application, it is widely practiced. So why? Because we cannot test in all the 100 device that the user is using. So we take a specific device, okay, and then we test it, and we keep our fingers crossed to check how it's reflecting in the other environments. That means, like say you test it in a Samsung, and you don't check it in Vivo or Oppo. Okay, none of these devices. Why I usually take this as an example is like every company has their own features implemented on top of an Android. Okay, so that's the reason, like say we have this one. Okay, so your Samsung has a Samsung UI, so I think it's called one UI, and maybe an Oppo has a color or fun something it names it, and Vivo has some other thing, and Xiaomi has a different stuff altogether. So all these things will have a separate UI. So we need to check our application how it is behaving. So that's the reason we need to have a system level interaction, okay, to check whether the UI is fine, whether everything is working as expected or not. So to suffice this only, we have the exploratory testing part. Okay, so this is what basically an emulator will be used for. So 99% it's used for an Android. Okay, so because Android only will has this advantage. Okay, with the help of Android Studio, you can use it up. And how it is used is like say the advantage, it has both hardware and the software experience that it will be giving you. Okay, and then we have something called a simulator. So what is simulator? Same ways we'll go for it, we'll have a definition. So simulator mimics only the software environment of a device. Okay, but does not replicate the hardware components. Okay, and the platform is like say, so it is exhibited inside the iOS environment. iOS testing, I mean to say, environment testing. And then an example would be like say we have something called an Xcode, okay, and in turn the Xcode has something called a simulator, okay, so that will have a lot of simulators. Okay, and then how the performance looks like. Okay, so the performance of simulators are faster than the emulator. Okay, so because it's not simulating the behavior of the hardware use case. So what is the next? The use case thing. Okay, so it is ideally okay, so it's ideally used to test the software, to test the application on a software rather than a hardware. Okay, so that means your hardware, your Bluetooth, your SIM, or anything cannot be tested inside a simulator. Okay, so that's the real fact of it. Okay, so and a realistic testing. So how realistic this emulator and simulator will be proved to our testing. So technically, if you take an emulator, it will be at most, I would say, like realistic testing. Let's have a parameter like say realistic testing. So it will be something like say more accurate. Okay. And when you say it as like say a simulator, realistic testing, so it's very less accurate. That's what the sad ending of a simulator. Okay. And usually it's the hardware that is taken into the consideration. And sometimes mm, what to say the upper side of a simulator will be like it is faster in the performance when compared to your emulator, but the hardware features everything like say a bluetooth or your location or your wi-fi, all these things you need a real device. That means a real device in the sense you need a hardware component to check it out. So in that case the simulator will not suit for this purpose. Okay, so because sometimes what happens is like some use cases in mobile testing will be like say you're in an application and you need to switch between a Wi-Fi and a mobile data and check whether it is logging out or logging in or how it is happening. So in those use cases, if you're trying with a simulator, definitely it will not work. You need a real device. Okay, so this is how basically they are being segregated. So any doubts here so far till now?
Hello.
Yeah, yes.
Uh, with respect to simulator, the one which we are using with which you showcased via the Android Studio
Mhm.
yesterday. So it's simulator only, right then?
Unfortunately, no. When we use an Android Studio, we use an emulator.
Okay, but you said real device interaction is happening at that point of time. So how come that is Android emulator
Ah,
means parameters?
okay. When we did it, right? So when I did it, so basically I didn't use an emulator. So I was connecting my real device. So we didn't yet touch the emulator part. So what I did was like say I have my device. So usually through a cable you connect it, right? To
Correct.
any laptops. So I was connecting like that. For example, if you see it, just let me show you the difference. How does it work? Okay, let me connect my device.
Hope you understand my question because
Yeah, got it.
yeah,
Got your point.
I
Got your
want
point.
to understand the difference because the software is, as you said, it's the simulator part. So I was asking.
Yeah, if you see this one, right, the device
Yes.
just popped up now. So this is a real device. Okay.
Okay, of your mobile.
Yeah, it's my mobile. Yes. So if you see
Okay.
it over here, if you go to settings, that's my mobile. You can see my name over here. So that's my real device that I'm connecting it. But how do you differentiate it between a
Yes.
real device and an emulator? So
Right.
technically, once after we didn't touch this part, the installation, so we'll be touching it. But what I can do it is like I can show you like there is a command called adb space devices. If you hit this one, if you give this number, okay, so this is a real device. But how
Right.
does it differentiate from an emulator? Okay, so let
Yes.
me quickly create an emulator for you. Okay, I already have this one, an emulator. So let me start it. Okay, so you can see connecting to emulator. Okay, so
Okay.
let it start. And I'll show you from the terminal how you can identify it. Let it start. Let's give it some more time.
The second one which you are showing, it was not emulator, the Pixel 6,
Yeah, this is a real device.
and now it is a emulator, the 35, that the
Yes,
9 one.
Pixel 9 is an emulator. So I'll exhibit the same command now, adb devices, and you can see emulator. And this is a real device. And again, you can create an emulator as well. Shouldn't be a problem. So let's try to quickly create one. Okay, so you go to your device manager and there is a plus symbol, add a device, create a virtual device. Okay, so we'll see this after the installation also. Don't worry, and then let me put the Pixel 8a and click next. So this is the SDK I have already having it. That's your Android 15 version. So click next and then just finish it. So you
But
can see Pixel.
my
Yeah.
question is, when
Mhm.
I understood what you are doing, you are trying to have the emulator showcase, but you are saying the hardware part. The hardware configuration is of your mobile only, that Pixel 9. Is it so, or it's
Mhm.
virtually being created?
Virtually being created. It's virtually being created.
Okay,
So
okay.
how does it create is like say when just now like say we quickly created, right?
Yes.
So what we can do is like you can do an edit, and here there is show advanced settings, and where you can provide the hardware, RAM, heap memory, SD
Okay.
card, everything will be available here.
Okay. So it emulates the
Mhm.
hardware also.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
In simulator, it's like it's just the software. It won't.
Software.
Okay. Just like in Android app, I am finding some train simulators or flight simulators. So it is just
Exactly.
the software. Hardware
Software
can't be configured. Okay. Okay. Got
configured.
it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yesterday I was
Yeah.
only asking the same question. I
Same.
didn't got that, but yep, got it. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. Sure. No problem. Okay. So that's like say here we can configure every part of it. Like you want a network full speed or HSBD, anything you can have it up. So and then what is the latency actually? So none latency, and even cameras you can simulate it up, so shouldn't be a problem. And also you have the RAM size. So technically in the latest version of Android Studio you are not able to change it because they kept a limitation, but still you can change the internal storage actually. Yeah. Okay, and the same way, like if you started your emulator, right? For example, over here, so if your configuration is very less, you might encounter this one. But if you see it, your Play Store will be there, shouldn't be an issue. And also, like say, if you swipe down, right, you can see the Bluetooth, every configuration would be available for you. Okay, so that's why I was telling you it. Exhibits both software and your hardware. So if you don't want your Bluetooth, you can switch it off. Shouldn't be a problem. So you can even pair it and use it. Shouldn't be a problem. So, but okay.
In iOS, this is not possible, right?
Yes, in iOS simulator, it's not possible. Yes,
Emulator, right?
simulator. Android is only an emulator. iOS is always a simulator.
Okay, okay, okay.
Android is always an emulator. Yeah.
Because from system you are saying in the Windows, if I am trying to have that Android
Mhm.
Studio or something, then if I am trying to use the iOS for testing, then simulator will be only possible, not emulator. You are saying that, right?
Exactly. Yes. iOS anywhere, whether it's going to be a cloud environment. Okay, let's come to the cloud. It's a different, totally different one. So the first thing is like an iOS can only be exhibited in a Mac,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
So
Okay,
emulator
so
will work over there. Emulator, simulator, both things will be working in Mac, right?
Mac,
Right.
yes, 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 correct. So inside a
Okay.
Mac environment, both emulator and simulator will work.
But
And
here
if it is Windows,
for Android it won't work.
no, we are using the Android Studio.
No, in
This is
the
the Mac
Mac.
machine.
In the Mac.
Right, this is yeah, this is the Mac. What I'm
Yeah,
using
sorry,
is a
sorry.
Mac. Ah,
Okay, okay. Sorry. Yeah, got
yeah,
it.
no problem. Yeah. So in a Mac, it is compatible for everything. No
Yeah.
issues will be there. But in a Windows only, there is a compatibility issue with the emulator, simulator, and the real device. In a Mac, emulator, simulator, as well as real devices, anything it will support. Okay.
Okay,
But
okay,
in
got
a Windows only emulator it will support, and then it will support the cloud environment.
it. Okay.
So when you say cloud environment, so it will support both Mac, Android, iOS, anything it will support.
Okay.
So cloud environment in the sense it will include both Android and iOS. Both it will be supporting it. Okay, so that's why like Windows user, like I told, not an issue. If you have the cloud environment, it will support both the things.
So, sir, we can't do testing of iOS on Windows computer then.
Only with the help of cloud environment you can test it. You cannot connect a real iOS device on a Windows machine, so we
Hmm.
don't have the option currently. Maybe in the future there might be an option coming in. Yeah.
So, what cloud environment are we gonna use?
Currently, like I use two environments, cloud environment. Like say cloud environment, I'll use be using like browser stack. Okay, and then we have the sauce lab. Both will be using it up. So each one program will be seeing it, but almost like both is the same. So for me, like say if you use your sauce lab, it gives you like 30 days of trial period and 60 minutes per day actually you can use it up. And also like say it is when you say in the cost perspective, all the cloud environments are same. So it charges you around like $39 per month. So there is no difference. But the free trial period, your sauce lab gives more free trial period when compared to browser stack or something.
Okay.
Okay, so Windows users, it's not a big issue actually. So if the cloud environment, you can access it up. So as and when you're trying to use a real device, the same way you'll be using it up. So there is not much of a big difference, I would tell. Okay, so that is one thing. But if you pay it and use it, it will be of much more efficient. Okay, which I'll be showing it to you what is the paid version and the free version difference. Also, I'll show it to you. So there is considerable difference between them, between those things as well. So which we'll be seeing it. Okay, so any more doubts so far till now?
No, sir, thanks.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so let's continue with this one. Okay, so this is about the emulator and simulator stuffs. Okay, so let's move on to the next basic part, how we can do it up. So next thing is like say what is a node and an npm actually. So your node and npm plays a vital role after your apm 2.x.x. Okay, so node and npm is nothing but, so your node or npm, anything you can call it up. So npm is nothing but node package manager. Okay, so that means like say, so anything that you are demanding. Okay, so any dependencies that you are required to install in a environment, okay, will be downloaded with the help of node. Okay, so how does it work is like say, so you can go over here to the google.com and let me close the rest of the things. Okay, yeah, so you can go to google.com and search for something called your node.js download. Okay, even you can also simultaneously do it about. So you can click on this one. Okay, so whether you're Mac user or a Windows user, it doesn't matter. So let me ping the link over here for you. So as and when you try to use it up, okay, when you try to click on this link, so technically you'll be navigated depending upon your mission. Okay, so my mission is a Mac OS, so you can see it has detected automatically Mac. So what I'll be downloading it is like say, just a minute. Yeah, so if you see it over here, so you can install it from the bash, but I don't recommend it. Okay, unless and until if it's your office mission. Okay, if it's your personal mission, what you can do it is like get node.js. So this is the version LTS. So there is an LTS and a current. So LTS is nothing but last stable version. Okay, so this you can download it. Sometimes your current version might have some bugs. Okay, so I wouldn't recommend it. So go for an LTS version, and you can see there is a Mac installer. But for Windows people, right? For example, if let me try to change it for Windows, you can, okay, so it's over here. Let me change this also. And so you can see there is an MSI available. So you can click this MSI for Windows people, and again make sure you have the right version. Okay, so I think for Windows it's like 64-bit, but how can you identify it's a 64-bit or not? It's like mostly if it's your latest laptops, okay, anywhere between i5 8th generation and above, it's mostly like 64-bit. Okay, so if not, you can, let me see whether I have a documentation for that over here. Ah, okay, install Node.js, it's over here. So let me quickly open this for you and then show you how to identify 64-bit or 86-bit. Yeah, I think I need to change the screenshot. It's changed right now. Okay, so you can go to this one. Yeah, my PC, right click your my PC and you can click on show more option and there is a property. Okay, and then you can see it over here. So this is my Windows laptop. You can see 8 GB of RAM and you can see the system type 64-bit. So, okay, so once you click on this PC, or directly you can go to settings and there is a system and about. There should be something called system and about, and there you can find it up whether it's a 64-bit or something 86-bit. Okay, and depending on this, try to download this one. Okay, if it's 64, use this one. If it is not 64, as in you see in the screenshot, okay, so you can use your 86-bit. Okay, and then you can download it up for Windows users. For a Mac users, no issues. uh, Again, like say for a Mac user, for if you are using an older version of Mac before the M1, the what is it, the Apple chipset, you had an Intel chipset. Okay, so it will automatically detect. Actually, I'm not sure on the name actually, exact name, but it will pop up over here. So don't worry about that. Okay, so directly you can download that package and install it up. Okay, so this is how basically it works. So you can download this package. Okay, and this is for your office laptops actually, or desktops. I would recommend to use this one because sometimes office laptop or desktop need an admin access to install like this as a package or an MSI. Okay, to override that one only they have like this. Okay, so here also we have like FNM and Docker and Brew, all these things. Okay, you can use the default ones. Okay, because there are different platforms. Okay, which is used, so you can use those platform. So for now, this is how it is being used over here. Okay, so you use the package. You can see it's available here. So I'll just start it over here and it will try to install it for me. So for Windows users also, it will be the similar thing. Okay, so here one catch you need to see it. I tried to install only the Node.js, but you can see the npm is also available. So that means like say Node.js is something like a parent, and inside that only you have your npm, which is nothing but your node package manager. Okay, so inside your node package manager only you have all the dependencies, or where you can download all the node modules will be available.
Arvin, we will not use the terminal for the installation.
Yeah, you can use your terminal. Okay, so that's terminal only. We have it here. So let me close this one. The terminal command only, it's available over here. So if it's your Windows, you need to use this one. fnm install 22, and this is the command. Okay, so this is the PowerShell version of it that you can use it up. And if it is a Mac, you need to use this command. Okay, I'm not sure in Windows how many of you have PowerShell. Okay, so you need to check it inside your laptop. Just in the start menu, you can type PowerShell and check whether PowerShell option is coming or not. Because sometimes it might not be installed by default inside your what is it, inside your Windows laptop. So we need to use it up. If not, let me know who doesn't have it. I will see, like, say from the command prompt, how can we install it up. Yeah. Okay.
Sir, is there any particular folder where we have to keep all these tools? So just a
Um,
standard.
no standard. Automatically it creates a folder. So that folder structure will be like C users your laptop name, and then there is something called a app data. So it will be hidden actually. So with that hidden folder only, it will be created by default.
Okay, so default folders. We don't have to create particular for APM or anything.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So it will create its
And
own default folders.
okay, and there are few more things on the notepad, I mean, text file, which we
Hmm.
have to download. Can you please go back to that notes?
Okay.
Uh, yeah, I mean, I think yesterday there was a list of items which we have to download before we start. Maybe if you scroll
Okay,
up.
that one. Yeah, this is the tools required, you mean, right?
Yeah, I mean, can we just go like step by step? Is it easy? So,
Yeah, sure. So this one we'll deal it later. Yeah, it's a bit a lengthier step. So that's why,
okay,
like, first wanted you to install this Node.js, because it's just a small clicks away. That's it. That's why.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Because from your Node.js only we can install your APM.
okay. And so
That
Node and APM, is it similar thing or they both are different installations?
different, different,
Different.
different, different. Yeah. So my next point was that one actually. So we say dependencies, right? So when we say dependencies, APM is also a dependency for us. So that's the reason, like, if you see it, there is something like npm. Okay. Uh, just type npm, and you can see there is an this is the complete node. What are all the dependencies available in an industry? Okay, inside the entire world. Okay, so those things will be available here. So let me give this link actually, so that it will be useful for you. Okay, for example, if I search for APM Java client, search it, you can see APM UI Automator 2. Okay, so you can see the automation app. So this is the APM that is available. So from here only it will download it to your local system. Okay, so that's why this is something like a marketplace where all the dependencies, everyone will be putting it over here, and from here it will be downloading it for us. Okay, so that's the reason, like, first I went through this node, because node is something like, say, it's from where you get the APM. Okay, to the local machines. Okay, so that usually it is done from the terminal. Okay, but installation of node, so it can happen via the link that I've shared in, or if you want to do it from the terminal or a command prompt, still it's possible. Okay, so if you want to do it from your terminal, Okay, so let me get the command. Actually, it's available over here itself inside this node. So if you go to your Mac OS, this is the command. Okay, and which version you need to install it up. Okay, and then it will install it. For me, let me check the node version, node space double hyphen version. You can see I have the 22, so I have the latest one, so no issues from my side. Okay, and if it's an npm space double hyphen version, so 10, so still I'm good. Yeah, this is how I can verify it up. But if you're using a Mac, if you use this command, it should work fine. But if it's a Windows, okay, over here on in Docker. Okay, maybe someone can try this one actually. Okay, I'm not sure whether this will work or not. These two commands you need to try. So this is the first command to install the FNM, and from the FNM it will install the 22 version. If this doesn't work, right, then there is another command which I will share with you. Just a moment. Another two commands will be available. But for that, we need to make sure you need to manually write the version number. Okay, just a minute. Let me check it up. Okay, what is the command? Okay, I forgot the command actually. Just give me a second. I will just bring it to you. Just a minute. Okay, so let me check it whether I have it over here. Just give me a second. Yeah, it's over here. Yes, this command you can use it up. These two commands. Okay. If you are using it for Windows, okay, specifically for Windows, I would say. Okay, so for Windows, and if it is from your command prompt or your PowerShell, anywhere, this command should be available. Okay, this command should work. But you need to replace this 20.0.9.0 by this version 22.13.1. Okay, so maybe let me give it, write it and give it 22 dot 13 dot, what is it, 1. Okay, so let me send it to you so that you can use it up. Yes. Okay, so I think whoever asked for Node.js via command prompt for Windows, you can try to use this one. Okay, but the simplest way would be like say to download these versions actually for Windows or Mac and then try to run it up. So that will be the installer way, an easier version. And once it installs, pretty simple, just try to restart your machine and then try to use these commands to know whether it is installed or not. Pretty simple. Okay, so this is how basically it works, your Node.js. And Node.js is the main thing. Okay, with the Node.js only you can start and stop your Appium. You can install your Appium and you can install any dependencies inside an Appium. So everything needs a Node.js. So without this, the Node.js nowadays it's not possible. Okay, so maybe I think till now, till here, you can see it up so that tomorrow, like say, sorry, the Monday, we can see all these concepts and then we'll move on to the core Java part. Okay, so any doubts or anything so far here?
Hello.
Yes.
If I need to check if Node.js and npm is already installed, and what is the path
This
should
command.
be.
Just
Oh,
you can go to your command prompt and just type this one node space double hyphen version.
okay, and with respect to the path, if already properly set or not, I
Ah,
should be checking out.
path, if you have installed it, path will be by default will be set.
Okay.
So you don't need to worry about the path. But in case if you want to double check whether the path is available or not, so inside your machine, right? So you're holding a Windows or a Mac machine?
Windows.
Okay, so if it's a Windows, let me open my Windows laptop and then let me quickly check it. So it should be C users, your laptop name. Okay,
Okay.
just a second.
Sir, I think it's in program files.
Uh, yeah, there also we can check it up, but the exact path will be C users, your name of your laptop, and then there is an app data, and then you can go to the local, and then we have the node. No, just a minute. It-
By default, is program files.
Program
App
files.
data, I think, is for Android Studio when it stores.
Uh, yeah, but there should be an entry somewhere over here as well. But let me double check it. Okay. Yeah, it should be C program files Node.js. Yeah, there it should be available. Yes, you're right. Yeah, and it will be available if you want to check the variables, right? You can go to like say you can go to the start menu, and from the start menu, you can search for edit environment variables. Edit the system environment variables.
You are speaking about variables with respect to that npm, is it so?
Yeah, set or not. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and then you can do an environment variable, and there is something called a variable called path. Okay, so let me also ping that screenshot to you. Just a second. Just a second. And the chat is loading. Just a minute, guys. Okay, I'll send you the screenshot. No problem. So it's just taking some time to load the chats actually. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah. But any other doubts so far till now?
No.
Okay.
So those variable setups, you're gonna tell us later, right? All those
Y-
variable setups.
yeah, correct.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
Arvind, can you stay here? I need to show my configuration installation just to want that each and everything is perfectly installed.
Yeah. So you mean to say Node.js or a different one?
Yeah, Node.js only.
Okay. Fine. Okay. So if yeah. So in case like if you're planning to enroll or something like that, right? Any concerns? So let me share that slide again. Actually, you can pick that number out and you can reach out to that person. so he can help me out. He can help you out for the enrollments. Okay, so this is the number, and I think I'm not sure how long the public sessions will be going on. So if you find that good time to enroll, so just you can go ahead and enroll with them. Yeah, so that we'll check the rest of the things maybe yeah, on Monday. Yeah. So in case of no doubts, like feel free to drop off, and thanks for joining, and have a great weekend ahead. Yeah.
Well, I have a ask.
Yeah.
Well, I've successfully installed Node.js and I have all the versions. That is Node and npm. But
Okay. Okay.
my PowerShell, it's running
Uh,
continuously and updating. I don't know if that's an issue or what.
the PowerShell you mean? Okay, let me see it.
Windows PowerShell.
Yeah. Can you show it maybe? Let's see. Uh,
Yeah. Let me share it. Okay, can I like send a screenshot of it?
yeah, yeah. You can send a screenshot in the chat. Maybe. Let's see. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So meanwhile, another person said like to verify it up. Maybe. Can you share your screen? Maybe we can verify it up. Yeah.
Okay.
Was that? Yeah. Okay. You got the PowerShell. Downloading. Okay. It's downloading a Python 313. Okay. Chocolatey. Okay. That's fine. Okay. Where does it start? Default installation. Okay. So
Uh,
what did you do so that it's trying to install all this?
well, it popped the. Sorry, let me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Which
my
command do you? Mm-hmm.
from the start. You can see from the start.
Okay, so it shows like downloading package from source, hundred
Yeah,
percentage. But what command did you type? It's just you gave the command that I gave you. This something I pinged you in the WhatsApp. That's the one.
yeah. Then it popped up.
Okay. Okay.
Then
Okay. Then let it install actually because this is the command version of it. So it's trying to install all the package and everything. So let it install. Yeah. Let's wait for a couple of seconds maybe. I think it should be stopped. Yeah. After that.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Shouldn't be a problem. Yeah.
Mm.
Arvind,
Okay.
should I present?
Yeah. Yes, please. Yeah.
So, Arvind, I'll install some driver or some commands. So, just wanted to check. I'm getting this disapparated warning. So, this is the error which occurred.
The warning that you pinged in. Yeah. This is normal. Yeah. This should be a problem. It's just a warning. So there are some files that is deprecated. It is showing us and I think shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, but for you, I think like it installed properly. Yeah,
So,
no issues. Yeah.
how can we check the each and everything is perfectly installed, which is required for
Um.
the
Mhm.
testing?
Yeah. For now, like we just install the Node.js part. So if you want to verify the Node.js part,
So
you can.
that is I'll check that is installed properly. NPM
Mhm.
is installed properly, and I'll install some driver or some that is installed. So there's any
Mm.
single command where we can check all the required pre-request things that is installed in the system.
Prerequisite in the sense we have just tried only the node actually, but apart from node, have you tried any other thing?
Yeah, I installed driver also.
What
UI
driver?
automator,
Ah,
UI
okay, okay,
automator
okay.
too,
You
and yeah.
installed. Okay, okay, okay. So there is a consolidated command actually, but I'm not sure whether it will work in the latest version or not. But you can just give it a try. So it is goes with
Can you
APM.
ping
Yeah, I'll ping you. I'll ping you. Yes.
which one?
So it's like APM Doctor actually. APM Doctor.
It's capital or
All small letter.
APM space doctor?
Yes, APM space Doctor.
That's it?
Did it work?
No, I not entered right now. So I am
Ah,
asking
okay,
if
okay.
this is only.
Yeah, that's the only command. Usually it works in the
No,
one
no,
version
I think
actually.
this is not. I think APM.
Hyphen. Maybe I'll ping you the command. Try this one first. Try to install APM Doctor, and
Hmm.
then once it installs, just try this command.
Okay, and how can we check that path is added
Yeah.
successfully?
Once you hit the command APN hyphen doctor, right? So it
Mm-hmm.
will verify whether the prerequisites has been met or not. So if there is any discrepancy, it will automatically show you a warning or an error.
Okay, and also if I work for the Python, so do I install anything apart from that things?
Which one? Python.
Python, yeah, Python.
Python is not required for now. For APM, yeah. So Python is not required for APM in our course actually. So if it's Java, it should be fine. Yeah,
Okay, cool. Thank you.
yeah.
Please take it. Okay.
Yeah. So these are the commands actually, consolidated commands. So I'll ping it over here as well in our chat. So
So do we have
you
to worry about these commands now or maybe later?
uh, maybe later actually. I think she installed it right away, so that's why like I just gave her. But for now, we have not yet installed any of these things so far.
Oh,
So we can see this later point as well. Yeah, because we just installed the node, which is like a mandatory one. So if we want to proceed with the APM and stuff, so just the small thing we installed it, the initial part, and then we'll move ahead with the later ones. Yeah. Okay. So if there is no other doubt, maybe let's call it for a day and have a great weekend ahead. Yeah. Yes, please. Yeah.
Arvind, please,
Yeah.
can
Uh-huh.
you just? I have a problem to set the that Java environment, Java home. So can you
Uh-huh.
help me out on this?
Java home. Yeah. Yes, please. Yeah. You can share your screen actually. Uh,
So it is not visible, kya?
I can see a Teams chat actually, but apart from that, I can't see any other thing.
Okay, just give me a minute.
Yeah, sure, sure.
sir, can we leave? I mean, if you're not,
Yeah,
there
yeah,
is
yeah,
nothing
yeah.
new you're gonna
If
teach now.
yeah, nothing new for now actually. So the time is
Okay.
already up. So maybe we'll meet again on Monday. So yeah. So if there is no questions, like we can wrap up for the day, and we can meet again on Monday. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you. Yeah.
So Arvind, my screen is visible because I already shared the screen.
Mm, yeah, the same thing I can see. I can see only the Teams chat actually. I couldn't see any other thing more.
Okay, I'll stop and I'll share again.
Yeah, yeah.
Now it is visible.
The same Teams chat I can see. Yeah.
Oh, what?
Ah, Maybe try to share the entire screen, maybe instead of a window.
Okay. Still not visible.
Yeah, not yet, not yet.
Oh,
It's loading. Something is loading. Yeah, now I can see your yeah, the terminal. Yes. So the Java home, yeah, the Java home variable is not set. So in case if you want to set the Java home variable, mm, can you check like say Java space double hyphen version whether Java is installed?
Java install. Okay, we'll check.
Yeah,
Java.
Java space double hyphen version. Okay, Java 23 is available. So now we need to find where it is available and we need to set the path. Just a second. Let me see from my Mac. Uh, just a second. Okay. So can you visit the path? Like say, can you go to the path something like say slash users? Can you go? Can you press command space bar?
Uh, what I need to enter in the terminal now?
Not in the terminal. Just you can press command and space bar, and there is a search comes in.
Okay. Command and F now.
Space bar. Command space bar. Not inside the terminal. Inside the Mac itself. Yeah.
Yes.
So over here, you give a backslash users. U capital users.
This one there.
Yeah. Yeah. This one. Yes. Can you open it? And over here, can you go to the first one? Recharge Jane, actually, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, over here, let me check it. Library, is there a folder called library?
Library. No, under the any folder.
It should be directly. Okay, okay, just a minute.
Can we search
Sorry,
here?
sorry, not that one.
Mhm.
Uh, can you close this one and then give it like slash USR in the same command space bar? Slash, the first folder over there. Yeah, yeah. Can you open it and then inside that libexe, the third folder, back one step back, exe, yeah. And inside here, can you search for java underscore home?
Java space.
No space, underscore home, underscore symbol, and home, it's not there. Okay, no problem. So what you do is like go to the terminal, okay, and then you give this command actually.
Java.
No, I just pinged you a command in the Teams actually. Can you just enter that command? Yeah, that export Java home and this complete one.
Actually, previously I did this. Again, this remove. Why
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But okay,
Ah,
okay.
yeah, let's try it again. Yeah. Okay, click enter.
That bracket I it's the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
thing.
Same.
Okay.
Yeah, same. Yeah. So now try Java home actually. No need Java home. Uh, you can print
Again,
like say echo echo space dollar Java underscore home all capital.
echo space.
Yeah, space dollar Dollar symbol.
Yeah, yeah, I'll see. Just give me a minute.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not able to find why. Yeah.
A dollar symbol is number 4. Yeah.
No, not here actually in my laptop. I'm not seeing here. Oh, okay. Now got it. Uh,
Yeah. And
echo,
then you
dollar
can
symbol,
give
and after that,
Java underscore home. Can you just type in the name?
Java
Java
underscore
underscore home.
home. Okay. Enter.
Yeah. Yeah. Enter. Okay. Can you give everything Java underscore home capital? Uh,
So, okay, anti Java home
will be capital.
letter.
Yes. Capital.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Now it is set actually. So it should be fine. Yeah.
So, can we run again same command?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
So, can we run only this entire this hyphen? So that is run for the both Android or iOS, correct? If we are not giving the specific
Uh,
platform name.
yeah. If you just give APM hyphen doctor, it will check for both. Yeah. No need hyphen hyphen. You can remove that hyphen hyphen. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. It's. I think now it's working fine. I guess. Yeah. No errors. Yeah. Error running XE run simulator. I think simulator was not installed. So maybe we need to check that one. Yeah. We need to check that part.
Similar to like Xcode, we have to install, correct?
Yes. 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 Yes.
So apart from that, is working, correct?
Yes. Yes. Apart from that, I think everything is fine. Yes.
Okay. Actually, my Apple account, I'm not able to download it by my ID password. I'm not able to reset it. Again, it is showing the error.
Okay.
So
Then
there
try
is
it.
any link you if you have updated link for the direct Xcode where
But
I can download. Hmm?
that will again ask for your Apple account. It's mandatory actually.
No, if we have a that GIF file, no, sorry.
No, even though if you have zip file to open the Xcode, it needs a credential,
Okay.
Apple account credential. Yeah.
Previously, it was not necessary, correct?
Yeah, previously it was not necessary, but to access the Xcode, we need that privilege actually. Maybe
Okay.
try to reset it or something like that. I think there
I'll
should be
already raise
some.
the request. We'll see.
Uh, yeah, sure, sure, sure.
Hello.
Yeah. Yes.
Can I call? I wanted to talk something different. So can I call you separately because it's getting recorded.
Yeah,
Something
yeah, sure,
else.
sure, sure,
Uh,
sure.
what
Yeah.
is your number? Can I call you after this call? Is it
Yeah,
okay for a
maybe
couple of minutes?
can you call after an hour actually because I have one more session actually. Or maybe you can ping me what is the concern. Maybe I'll be able to address you. Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot ping you because it will be little bit with
Yeah, the
wordings.
WhatsApp you can ping me. Or I'll call you back maybe after an hour. Yeah, that should be
Okay,
fine.
it will
Yeah.
be great. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you all. Maybe let's meet again
Hello,
on Monday. Yeah.
Arvind.
Yes.
Also, I
Yeah.
want to discuss something regarding the same course. So, can you
Uh
share your number, or I'll share my number too?
yeah, yeah. You're in the WhatsApp chat, right? I'll check your name and I'll ping you
ठीक
back.
है, okay,
Yes.
okay. Richa, my
Yeah.
name is not Priya.
Richa.
ठीक है.
Yeah, sure, sure. Yes.
Okay, okay. Thank you,
Yeah. Thank you.
thank you, thank you for the help.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.